up, Royal Family? It's your girl, Jana Thrones, and I'm back. And I'm about to give y'all a whole lesson for your own edification. And if you don't know what that means, you need to Google it, sweetheart, because I'm about to let y'all know 5 things that a secure woman never does. Okay, these are 5 things that if you are secure in who you are 100%, you never ever do. All right, let's jump right into this video. Hope you're ready. Get yourself some popcorn, whatever you need. Relax, kick back, because I'm about to take you on a whole little journey real quick. All right, number 1, the first thing that a secure woman never does is she never compares herself to others. What's the point, really? Like, a secure woman knows who she is. She knows where she is. She knows where she's going. And she has no need to compare herself to anybody else around her. It doesn't matter how old she is. It doesn't matter if it's a peer. It doesn't matter if it's somebody that's way more mature with more financial status. It doesn't matter if it's a new up and coming young thotty with all the swag and the, you know what I'm saying, the sauce. You know, she's not in competition with anybody. You know, like how James Vanderbeek said from Dawson's Creek on that movie Varsity Blues. He was like, I don't want your life. Yeah.
This is your opportunity
for
here.
you. Playing football at West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
That I don't want your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want your life when I got my own? So it's no need for a comparison, because you can't compare apples and oranges. They got 2 different seeds. I have my path, I got my journey, and you got yours. Like, it's nothing to compare, because when you start comparing yourself to other people who they're not even destined to do what you're supposed to do, you're going to always feel like you failing. You're always going to feel like you failing. And how are you supposed to be confident and secure if you feeling like a failure because you're too busy comparing yourself to somebody who don't even have the same outlook or path that you're supposed to have? You are you for a reason. They are them for a reason. And that reason has yet to be revealed. Moving on to number 2. The number 2 thing that a secure woman never does is a secure woman never prejudges others. I mean, and I'm guilty of this. You know, I feel like we all are guilty of this every now and then. I'm guilty of number 1 and number 2 shit. Because, I mean, I've compared myself to other people. Of course you're going to compare yourself to other people. We are put into this crazy, wacky universe with all of these different societal standards that are placed upon us. And, you know, of course, you're going to look at others and compare yourself to others and feel like you're not where you're supposed to be. But that is a lie. You know what I'm saying? And prejudging others, I mean, I used to do that, you know what I'm saying? And I still do it sometimes. And I have to catch myself, because you cannot prejudge somebody based off of superficialities, shit like that. Like, if you're basing how you feel about somebody off of how they look, what sense does that make? You don't know anything about that person except how they look. All of this is just the outer shell. That has nothing to do with what's here. And that's what matters. So if you go through life prejudging people, you're going to miss out on a lot of awesome people. You're going to miss out on a lot of blessings in your life because you're too busy worrying about what somebody is putting out outwardly instead of taking the time to get to know them before you judge them. So you're really doing your own self a disservice, not them. Because why the hell would they care what you think about them? You ain't about to run up to them and tell them. So you sitting up there prejudging everybody in your mind. And for what? You just wasting your energy, boo-boo. Okay? And so we really need to check ourselves, myself included, when we do things like that, because that is not something that you do when you know who you are and you are secure with who you are. Okay? The number 3 thing that a secure woman never does is seek validation. Who you waiting on? Who you waiting on to give you the okay, like to give you the inspiration, to tell you like, okay, give you that green check mark. Okay, like validation is for parking. as Jaya said once. And it really is. Like, you don't need somebody else's approval. Why would you ever look to somebody else for approval when they don't even fucking know you? Like, they don't know your story. They don't know your journey. They don't know your heart. Okay? So how they going to tell you what you need to be doing? And how you going to sit up there and listen to somebody else tell you what you need to be doing? If you're doing something that is making you happy, is bringing you joy, and is not hurting anybody, then you don't need anybody's validation. The only validation you need is your own. You understand? Like, that goes right along with, you know, not judging people, because people are on different paths. Somebody could be a stripper, you know what I'm saying? They could be promiscuous. Who are we to judge them? You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're stripping because they need money. Maybe they're stripping because they have no family. They have no friends. And this is the only means of survival for them. Maybe they're promiscuous because they were abused as a child. You don't know their journey. Just like nobody knows nobody knows your journey. So therefore, how they gonna give you validation on what you're doing? It can't happen. It's not gonna happen. And if you listening to them, you crazy. That's psychotic. Okay? Listen to your heart. That's what you need to listen to. Nobody else, boo-boo. Moving on. Number 4. The number 4 thing, and this is something that I'm not proud. I'm not proud of it, but this used to be like my go-to shit. Like, when you're in an argument with somebody or a disagreement and they throw low blows or like make a personal dig, that is the number 4 thing that a secure woman would never do. And I used to do that shit all the time. And when I say all the time, I was proud. Like, I was proud. Like, if somebody said something and I felt like they violated, I'm like, oh no, boo-boo, I'm going straight for the jugular. And that was dead wrong of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not how you're supposed to be. That's not how you're supposed to be navigating and maneuvering yourself through this world, okay? That is very immature, and it is very telling. It's almost like you just pulling down your whole pants and underwear and showing the whole world your bare naked ass. You know what I'm saying? That's very telling, and it shows how insecure you are and how much hate that you have and how much you really actually dislike yourself. Because when somebody says something negative to you, about you, that's coming from a place from them. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. All right? Always know that. And sometimes it's hard to know that, like, you know what I'm saying, in the moment. But if you really think about it, they don't know you like that to be really feeling that much passion behind what they're saying. So they really feel that way about themselves. That's what that's all about. So when I say taking a low blow, I'm gonna give you an example, right? You have a disagreement with somebody. It's a way to disagree. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to have a argument with somebody without getting personal. So let's say we're talking about what's the better show, Game of Thrones or The Walking Dead, right? And so I say what I say, you know, how I feel and why and whatever have you. And then, you know what I'm saying, you start talking about, oh, well, you look like a damn Walking Dead, so that's probably why you like it. What? What are you talking about, sis? Like, you just all the way went from Jupiter to Mars. Like, we're talking about a show and you're talking about how I look? Like, really? That really tells me
you know nothing, Jon Snow.
That you don't feel good about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's not something that a secure woman would do. And we all need to work on that because we all could be better at that. I personally, I don't even do that anymore. Like, I really, really, really try hard not to do that anymore because I had a situation where I was in a little tiff with one of my friends and she was really acting mad weird. So I told her she needed a lobotomy or whatever. And she sat up there and said, she just stopped, like, and she was like, no, don't use words you don't know what they mean. I was like, bitch. Was she trying to call me dumb? Nah, bruh. Like that shit. Okay, and I took her all the way left after that. You know what I'm saying? Because she was just doing a lot in that whole like disagreement for her to call herself my friend or whatever. But I say that to say, like, who says that? Unless you want to get backslapped and drug the hell up out of there. Like, and I'll be the one to do it at that time. Not now. But that's an example, okay? If you have somebody like that in your life, you need to really watch them, or either like limit your exposure to that person, because that person could potentially be toxic to your life, okay? And moving on to the last tip, number 5. The number 5 thing that a secure woman would never, ever do is stop growing, okay? And this may seem simple, but a lot of people, they really think that they've made it. You know what I'm saying? In their mind, they're like, okay, well, you know, I had my goals set for myself. I graduated high school, went to college, you know, got my master's, whatever, got my doctorate if you did or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm making a little bit of money. I bought me a house. I have 2.3 kids and a little dog or whatever. And they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I am where I need to be. No. If you are a secure woman, you know that the growing process never stops in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should never stop growing. You should always be open to growing, because contentment, like being content, is like the bald-headed cousin of complacency. You know what I'm saying? Like, and complacency is like the wicked stepsister of failure. And failure only comes when you fail to grow. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way you could fail. Because a secure woman knows that in life, the journey is really the destination. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I got to speed to this point, and once I get there, I'm good money. Like, you know what I'm saying? No. It's a journey. It's a process. That's what life is all about. And it's a constant growing process, a growth process. And if you stop growing, baby, you done stop living. Okay? So that does it for the 5 things that a secure woman would never do. I hope you learned a little bit from this. If there are things on this list that you are currently doing, because I know there are things on this list that I currently do. No, I'm just playing. No, I don't expect anybody to be perfect, but you know, sometimes we mess up. But the good thing about it is, even though the good thing about it is, even though you may be guilty of doing some of the things on this list, and you may be showing your ass and showing that you're a very insecure individual at times, that does not mean that you have to stay there, okay? Because you watching this video means that you are becoming self-aware, and once you are self-aware, that means you could take those things that you've learned about yourself and you can start working on them. You can start tweaking them, and you can start becoming your best and greatest version. And that's all that there is to life. It's just to grow and to develop yourself. Like, that's what we're here for. All right, so I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.